Hare Krishna. Welcome to Morning Amrut program. Her Grace Padmavati Sevika Mataji will be giving her transcendental words of wisdom. Bhakta Rameshwar Nayak Prabhuji will be reading the Namamrita, followed by Bhakti Sneha Burkal Mataji reading Srila Prabhupada's quote. Welcome to everyone once again. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna to all devotees. Dandvat Pranam. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. His Divine Grace, Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaichanananda Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. His Holiness Gopal Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Namamrita. Even the lowest class of men delivered from sinful activities by hearing the holy name of the Lord. King Chitraketu to Lord Sankarshana. My Lord, it is not impossible for one to be immediately freed from all material contamination by seeing you. Not to speak of seeing you personally, merely by hearing the holy name of your Lordship only once, even Chandalas, men of the lowest class, are freed from material contamination. Under the circumstances, who will not be freed from the material contamination simply by seeing you. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 9.5.16, Yan nama sruti matrena umana bhavati nirmalaha. Simply by hearing the holy name of the Lord, one is immediately purified. Therefore, in this age of Kali, when all people are very contaminated, the chanting of the holy name of the Lord is recommended as only means of improvement. Harer Nama hi kevalam, kalau nasti eva nasti gatiranyatha. Adi Leela 17.21. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. Brihanardiya Purana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu introduced this chanting of the holy name 500 years ago. And now, through the Krishna consciousness movement, the Hare Krishna movement, we are actually seeing that men who are considered to belong to the lowest class are being delivered from sinful activities simply by hearing the holy name of the Lord. Samsara material existence is the result of sinful actions. Everyone in this material world is condemned. Yet, as there are different grades of prisoners, there are different grades of men. All of them in all statuses of life are suffering. To stop the suffering of material existence, one must take to the Hare Krishna moment of Sankirtana, Krishna consciousness, Krishna conscious life. Herein it is said, Yan Nama Sakre Charvanath, the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is so powerful that if once heard without offenses, it can purify the lowest of men. Kirtana, Krishnana, Hunandara, Pulinda, Pulakesha, such men who are called Chandalas are less than Shudras, but they also can be purified simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord, but not to speak of personally seeing the Lord. Srimad Bhagavatam 6.16.44. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, quote by Srila Prabhupada. 11th October. A Krishna conscious person must be seen by ears and not by the eyes. One should try to know the depth of realization by Krishna consciousness person and not see the beard, which has become the practice of the hippies. Letter to Brahmananda, October 11th, 1967. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण। ओम अज्ञानं तिम्रन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जन शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वरूपक कदा मां ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासति गौर भक्त। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे। जगत गुरु श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। होलीनेस गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। हिज ग्रेस रूप प्लस प्रभु जी की जय। सभी भक्तों को दंडवत प्रणाम। In Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.10, it says that in the age of Kali, men almost have very short lives. They are all quarrelsome, lazy, misguided, unlucky, and above all, always disturbed. Due to lack of self-realization, they unfortunately become victims of the three modes of material nature and do not know the way out. In Kali Yuga, the whole atmosphere is surcharged with a lot of hatred, anger, jealousy, and faithlessness in Lord. It has become very difficult to raise the spiritual standards due to the distorted human values in the present society. Dhruv Maharaj was only 5 years old when he underwent severe austerities for 6 months and he was able to see the Lord face to face. These austerities were performed in the Satyug, Dwapar Yuga and Treta Yugas, but not possible in this age of Kali. This age of Kali has a very, very special benediction that one who chants the holy names Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare can also attain the same result simply by chanting, and they need not undergo any penances and austerities of the earlier yugas. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very kind enough to introduce the chanting of the Mahamantra for deliverance of the fallen souls. The potency and power of the holy name can help even the Shudras, the Chandalas, and the dog eaters to get free of the sinful reactions and get liberated. You do not require any special qualification or status to begin the chanting process. For example, Srila Prabhupada changed the hippies to happies just by chanting the holy name and distributing Krishna Prasad. Lord can be personally seen now in the form of deities in Kali Yuga, as we cannot see Lord with our blunt eyes. By serving the deities, one gets the result that one derives from serving Lord personally in Vaikuntha. Deities are identical to Krishna, Maha Mantra is identical to Krishna, and Krishna Prasad is identical to Krishna. The most effective way to practice devotional service is to develop the habit of hearing the Lord's Kirtan, pastimes, Leelas, etc. Hearing is the most powerful tool and it helps to purify the contaminated hearts. By the very hearing of the holy name, one gets purified at once. Continuous and constant hearing of the glories of the Lord and offenseless chanting are the only means for improvement for the jivas in Kali Yuga. Just like in a jail, we have different grades of prisoners, the material world has men with different levels of consciousness and intelligence. The truth is that each one of them is suffering, but when they take up the chanting process sincerely, they can elevate themselves and liberate themselves from the pangs of the material miseries. Harer Nam, Harer Nam Eva Kevalam, Kalov Nastiv Gatiranyatha. Srila Prabhupada quote, the hippies, when they met Srila Prabhupada, they were very raw and new. They did not know anything. They never wore tilak or kanthi malas. But still, Srila Prabhupada changed them into first-class devotees because he gave them Krishna Prasad to eat and they heard pure chanting from Srila Prabhupada, who was a highly elevated Krishna conscious soul. Even when we visit a dham, we should see the dham with our ears and not with our eyes. Without hearing from an authentic source, we cannot understand the value of the devotional service and Krishna prem. Hence, Shravanam is the most important tool and the most important path of doing bhakti. Hare Krishna.